Hello everyone, my name is Jay Vadiveloo. I'm the director of the Goldenson Center for Actuarial Research at the University of Connecticut. Today we'll be talking about the problem of the disenfranchised working poor in the US and a potential solution. So what is this problem? Well, more than 50% of the US working population are trapped under this category of disenfranchised working poor. And before Donald Trump, there's been no attempt by the government or corporate America to recognize or address this problem in any complete or holistic manner. So you can see from the recent election results that it's a reflection of the frustration and despair of this disenfranchised group. How did this problem come about? There could be many reasons for this, but the big general reason are economic changes, not just in the US, but globally as well. The transition to a global economy has brought about access to a cheaper and skilled labor force outside the US. And we all know about the advancements in technology and all the benefits it brings, but it has also resulted in the creation of a leaner, although more skilled labor force. And all this has led to a decimation of the manufacturing and other labor-intensive industries in the US. Then, of course, there's also competition from better educated and better trained new immigrants to the US. But I think the biggest problem here is that there's no planned transition in place for displaced workers or workers who cannot advance further in their jobs. So what is the solution we are proposing? You can see from this schematic above, we call it the Students for Workers Movement, or SWM for short. And you can see that in the center, the SWM. And I've got arrows that go from there to the Peace Corps movement and college students. So the SWM is going to be structured similar to the Peace Corps movement. It's going to comprise of college students. And they'll be doing a variety of functions, and some of them include things like worker retraining, career counseling, small business creation, and within the small business creation, there's a variety of functions like generating startup interest-free capital, streamlining of regulations, tax incentives, and of course, risk management services. So this is going to be done by college students all over the country. So where does the Goldenson Center come in? I think we can play an important role as a leadership position in creating this Students for Workers movement. And why? It's because we have an established track record of working on small businesses' risk management issues. There's a text associated with the Goldenson Center on risk management for small businesses. It's a pioneering text. We work closely with industry. We have a close relationship with industry clients. We solve complex industry problems. So the Goldenson Center is very well aware of real-life problems. Now, being part of the University of Connecticut, which is a well-established actuarial science program, we are strongly connected to universities all over the country with programs in actuarial science, risk management, and related disciplines. So we have the ability to make this a nationwide movement. And one important role also for the Goldenson Center would be to track and monitor the success of the SWM initiative. So what are some of the next steps? Well, the Goldenson Center will develop a detailed business plan to implement this Students for Workers movement. We'll also seek joint funding from the government, large corporations, and foundations. So we believe that the Students for Workers movement is a very constructive way to connect a younger generation of talented students with this large disenfranchised workers. And again, it's similar to the Peace Corps movement, except that it'll be focused on the US. The nice thing is that the SWM will expose students to real economic problems facing this country and make sure that the students are now going to be part of the solution. And I believe in time, the small businesses generated by the Students for Workers movement could become the large and successful US corporations of the future. Finally, if this SWM concept can be successfully implemented in the US, it can be exported to other countries, and this could improve the global image of the US. Thank you. And if you need to reach me, I can be reached at vadiveloo@math.uconn.edu or www.goldensoncenter.uconn.edu. Thank you.